Good morning. It is Monday, February 10th. And it is 10:30 in the morning, and I am actually in the garage right now trying to find an important drive from my previous computer build. And it is not going well because there are so many places this sucker would have been put. Alright, I've got to find this drive, then I got to go out, try to make a little money, and then go from there and see where the day takes us. So yeah, way back when I actually had desktop towers, I used a bunch of these inside them, and that is what holds a particular file that I need on it. And that is where the issue comes in. So the problem is that the particular file that I need that's actually on one of these drives is an EIN number, Employer Identification Number, for one of our previous corporations that we held but didn't actually integrate into the actual mainstream. But that was gonna be later on. So about last year when I actually deconstructed a couple of computer towers, including my primary, and switched to using my Mac Mini, that is where things got complicated because I took the drives out, put them away, and then over the course of time, things got moved. So now I have to go through old, basically totes worth of stuff and try to find them. At least one that has it. Now that I found the drives, do you know what the worst part is? Cleaning up everything that you tore apart to find said item. And look, there's a hidden girl over there. Not doing too well, but that's okay. I'll give her some loving care later. Okay, so that was fun. Unfortunately, the file I needed was not on any of the drives I thought it would be on. So basically, I'm going to start all over from scratch at the very start. Alright, so much fun. Let's get into it. And let's get ready to go out and make some money soon at about 12 o'clock, so in about an hour for the lunchtime rush. Okay, so good news. I was able to get a hold of the IRS. They were able to go ahead, pull up the EIN number for what I need. And that's the good part. So they're going to send me an official letter with it. I can go and scan that in so that way I can go ahead and use it for whatever I need. And we are good to go. Honestly, I think that document was somewhere on a downloads of a drive and possibly erased at some point, which really sucks. But at least they can get me the number and I can move on from there. And now to keep moving on with the new project. God, it's just frustrating. But I am starving. It is time to go get something to eat for me and Tiff. Get a little something. And then just go from there. Alright, now time to get to Wendy's and get something to eat.
I think it was using your Wendy's. What you mean?
Thank you to the Wendy's. How can I help you?
Oh, that's
Water
good and
down
refreshing.
great medicine.
No, it's not. Great Powerade is actually really good. Combined, they're really, really good together. Grape lemonade. Alright, let's get home. Let's go ahead and eat. It's just been a long day. Lily at the doctor earlier. Luckily, it's just allergies. And now, I can relax a little. Okay, so when I went ahead and I turned on Uber Eats, nothing was actually showing up that was worthwhile. Like a couple of $3 to $5 orders, but nothing actually worthwhile. So instead, what I've been doing is going ahead, filling out applications even more, while at the same time working on the new Project KI. Don't worry, I will get into that later, and I will discuss all that once it's more ironed out. But it is soon time to go ahead, get dinner from Publix, and then go from there for today. Time to get dinner. Okay, so it is 5:12. Tiffany's gonna go and cook dinner. We actually decided to go ahead and make something different. Basically, it's maple sausage. It's really good. Mixed with the vodka sauce from, I think, Bertolli. And then we go and put that with the shells. It tastes really freaking good. And then serve that with the breadsticks. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead, go over to Target quick, get some freeze-dried candy that I've really been craving while she's doing dinner quick, and then go from there. But when I get back, then I'm going to go ahead and start talking a little bit about what I'm going to be doing. Alright, let's go to Target, let's get our snack, and let's be done for the night. Alright, it is now time to get back home, eat dinner, and then enjoy the night while I am working. Let's get going. Okay, so this is what I got. Yes, Tiffany and I already did it. It's Skittles Popped. And basically, it's freeze-dried Skittles. And they're really good, too. It's just like all the other freeze-dried candy. It's been like all the craze right now. Okay. So here is what I am doing into the future. Alright, that's sealed up. Okay, so here's what's going to be going on into the future. Okay? I've been really thinking about... I'm 40 now. I just got done working for a company for a little over 2 years, into 3 years, that basically laid us all off, all because our department wasn't profitable enough, even though it was profitable. I'm not going to go through that again. I'm not going to put my family's livelihood in jeopardy again at the whim of a corporate entity over a sub company. So here's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to go ahead and accept whatever job I can that has a decent base pay that at least pays my bills. In the meantime, I'm going to be working on my own firm of some sort. I'm not going to disclose what it is yet. Those that know me know more than likely of what it'll be. But that's all I'm going to say to what it is. There's no naming convention yet. The only thing I will say is I did settle with Sunbiz, which is the state of Florida, for Kurtz Industries Corporation, which will be the company that runs this business. I'm still going to vlog. I'm still going to daily vlog. I'm still gonna go ahead and do gig work for right now until I can find something. That's not changing. Even though gig work, honestly, it sucks. Uber Eats driving, DoorDash driving, like I said in the previous video, it's not financial freedom. And like other people have run in my comments, don't let it fool you. It's not, because you're at the whim of a boss still. And that boss, okay, especially on DoorDash, tells you when you can work. If your rating is high enough, then you can tell it when you want to work in advance. But otherwise, yeah, you don't get to work. And then when it comes to Uber Eats, the algorithm and the app determine who get the better orders and who gets the better pay. And that reminded me of car sales back in the day, where a good, strong lead would come in and the manager would decide who he favored to give that lead to. And they all had their own favorite buddies in the car dealership world. So that's why I want to go ahead and get into an independent company of my own and fully flesh it out entirely. I mean, from the ground up. And in fact, I've been working last night on domain privileges. I've been setting up Microsoft 365 Admin Center. I've been setting up VoIP calling through Teams, so that way I can do that. There's a lot of stuff that has to be set up on the back-end infrastructure before I can actually make it go live. Then I gotta go ahead and get the naming done of the actual brand and get that domain secure too. And luckily, securing a domain, it's relatively cheap, believe it or not. It's like $8, $8 to $10. You can secure a domain, and you can use it for email purpose, whatever you want, on Microsoft or Google. We prefer Microsoft 365. That is just my opinion on what I love. Google Workspace, I found to be too much of a pain. But that is where we're at right now. I don't want to work for another company that could just say, Matt, you're gone. Even though you show up, you do everything perfectly by the book, and then you go beyond, and still that happens to you. That is why I am working on my own company to get it flushed out. I know what it is. I know what the product or service will be. And I know the scalability. And I know the financials of it, on what it'll take and what it'll accomplish. And if I can get the financials perfect, then I can go ahead and go and scale it even more and hire people that will go ahead and take care of it for me too. That is the ultimate goal, and that is financial freedom, where you have a company beneath you that is so successful that it runs on automation because of who you put in charge. That is the Steve Jobs method. But for now, that is all I'm going to disclose. In the future, once it's entirely white papered and everything is public knowledge, that is when you will know too. But all I will release now is Kurtz Industries Corporation. That is the controlling company of it. It is settled up in Florida. And I'll only give one other clue. It deals with my expertise. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. But guys, thank you so much for being with us today. I know it hasn't been the most awesome video because nothing really was accomplished that I could actually show. It was mostly settling up certain things, getting Lily taken care of, and also taking care of Tiffany, who was having a bad physical day. But that's basically it. Thank you so much for joining today. I hope you have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow when I do the next daily video. Because the daily videos, in all honesty, they would never go away. It doesn't matter if I'm 50, 60, 70, 80. I want to do daily videos as long as possible. And I want it to be a journal of a family's life as they grow in southern Central Florida. No, I'm not saying where we're going to move to, southern Florida. Don't take that idea. I don't know if I could move to Tampa, even though there's a lot going on down there. But still, I hope you have a real good night. Thank you so much for joining. I will see you guys tomorrow, and have a great day.